Welcome back. The women's basketball team had a fantastic trip to Israel. Joining us now to talk about it, 4 players: Sedalia Ellis, Jamie Fisher-Davis, Catherine Carney, and Ashley Reininger. So let's start with the Wailing Wall, one of the interesting places you all visited. Tell us more about that, Sedalia.
Well, one, there's a lot of prayers there, and it's very crowded all the time, which is, you would think so. So, you just go, you stick your prayer in and you try to pray, but you have to kind of like maneuver your way in there because there's so many people. And one thing I found very interesting is when they walk out, they walk backwards and not forwards. So that was very interesting to see.
Do you know why they did that?
I don't. Do y'all know why?
Out of respect mostly.
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of people were doing that.
Yeah. Never take your eye off the prayer.
And the men's side and the women's side were split, and the men's side was way bigger. But there were so many more women there, so it was so crowded when we went up to like put our prayers.
Yeah, a lot of them have like the Bible and they're just kind of like praying, sitting in chairs. So not everybody's actually standing at the wall. You have people sitting down kind of at a distance with their book, just doing their prayers, and then you have people at the wall with their prayers, doing their prayers.
One of the other places that where you all visited, the Garden of Gethsemane. Jamie, that was a place that kind of stuck out to you?
I loved it. First of all, it was beautiful, like seeing all of the trees and flowers and stuff. And just like I could actually visualize Jesus being there and like praying and like having the disciples like off to the side while he's like praying and just like dripping blood. And that was amazing to me.
Another one of the activities that you all did, parasailing. Did everyone take part in that?
No.
Just us two.
Just you all, huh?
Yeah.
You all the daredevils. How did that go?
Feeling adventurous.
Yeah.
It was really fun. Like we went on the Red Sea, and the Red Sea is so blue, and then the mountains around it are just kind of like brown, and the dirt, the rock. So like I think it made the blue pop even more, and it was so beautiful, and we could like see everything, and it was such a smooth ride. Like you would think it'd be like bumpy and like going up and down and be scary, but you're just kind of chilling up there, like hanging out, floating around.
Yeah, from up there you can see 4 different countries too. Like when you're on the Red Sea, you can see like Egypt off to the right, and then Saudi Arabia is kind of in the middle, and then Jordan is right next to it. And obviously we came from Israel, so it was really cool.
Speaking of rides, some of you all took a camel ride.
Oh, yeah. I think we all did that.
Everyone did that?
Yeah, we all did that.
It was very fun.
Yeah.
The funniest part is like when they want to get the camel to go up, they have a stick and they're like yak, yak, yak. So that was just so interesting.
Hold on. They do what? Let me hear that one more time. They do what?
Let me get my voice ready. It's just hilarious, like the way it's so natural for them. For me, it's a little bit harder, but it was just funny to see them like the poor camel. I just kind of felt bad for the camel as I seen it get hit, and like it's just like, oh, arthritis in the knees going down. But the ride was fun.
Is it smooth though? Parasailing was smooth though. Camel ride, is that smooth too? How's that?
It's kind of like back and
I mean, I got the back,
yeah.
so it was smooth for me.
Going up and down from that was a little more bumpy.
Yeah,
Just
like on a horse too, you like bounce a little, but on a camel you like sway to the side.
Okay. Well, tell me about the Dead Sea. I guess that's the place where you kind of put mud on. Tell me more about that.
Yes, one, it exfoliates your skin, so that's why I put it on.
It was
really
very soft. You cannot get it in your eye. If you get it in your eye, like you have to, you got to get out there water real quick and get some water. Unfortunately, I got it in Catherine's eye. I'm sorry again.
My contact is like burning.
Yes.
I was like, Sid.
But it's so like we never get to float because we always lift weights and we're so muscular. We have a lot of muscle tone, so just to be able to float was just so fun for me. I was like, I'm floating, yes.
It's like
but
no
that was
effort.
great.
Like that blew my mind.
Yes.
Like you literally like you cannot help it. If you walk out where like you can't touch the bottom anymore, you just like float. Like either your feet would go back or your feet would go forward. You'd end up on your stomach or your back. Like you can control it. It was really cool though.
I can't drown.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I think it was one of Coach Green's favorite places
Yes.
too. He was like lathering the mud all over him. Antoine, Coach Roard had on their heads. They were like floating out there the whole time.
What's the significance of what took place at the Dead Sea? Put everybody on the spot. Put everybody on the spot.
I think it's just like
it's just a cool thing.
yeah, and people use it to heal sicknesses or something, like skin sicknesses.
Problems and stuff.
Yeah.
Just talk about when you came back home, what it was like having been to Israel, and maybe a new perspective that you had in your relationship with Christ or just your spirituality. Catherine?
It definitely gives you a new perspective. I think I've said a bunch of times that like is reading a book and then a movie kind of coming to life. Like it gives so much more meaning to things just to see where Jesus, he might have actually walked here, or like the Jordan River, just so many places just make it so much, it's like so surreal, like thinking about Jesus could have been here.
So Delia, the impact that it had on you, the trip?
It was definitely like an eye-opener. It just kind of made, you know, everybody says it made the Bible come alive, but it honestly did that. When I read my Bible now, I'm just like going back to Israel, like where I was walking, it's just like, wow, like I was there, but I wasn't really there, but that's what it feels like. And not on a non-spiritual part, it just makes you so humble to like go to a different place and see what they go through and then come back here and you're just like, ooh, I got it good. You know, so it definitely is a humbling experience. It makes your spirituality grow so much stronger, so I really enjoyed it.
Jamie, the impact for you?
It's so cliche. It made the Bible come to life. But I mean, like Sid said, like now when I read verses in the Bible, I'm like, yo, like I was there. Like I got to experience this.
Yo, I did that.
I did that. No, it was cool. I mean, I loved every second of it, so.
Ashley, same thing for you.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same thing. It really, like, when you're reading your Bible, you can definitely, you just pick out the places that you've been, and you're like, okay, yeah, and, like, even when we're driving on the road, there are a couple places that, like, we'd pass, but, like, we didn't really stop. So you saw, like, the road signs and stuff, so even reading my Bible then, like, I was like, okay, we didn't stop there, but I remember, like, passing this, and, like, so it's so cool to just be able to place the Bible with the place that it actually took place.
You had so many souvenirs, so many pictures. It just sounds like a trip that you'll never forget. Would you say that's the case?
Definitely.
Absolutely.
Never.
Definitely.
Well, we appreciate you telling us all about it, and we can't wait for the basketball season. Thanks, ladies.
Thank you.